Well, 9/11, I was the DISCOM commander for the 101st Division Support Command. I was briefing, actually, the Assistant Division Commander for Support on what the DISCOM did. He was General Kamiya, who had just come in. And when we got the first report, we were actually, we said, okay, that was not good, but clearly, that was an accident. And when the second report came in, that's when everything broke. We basically got up and started locking down the post, and what I remember most about 9/11 was thinking, how could this ever happen in the United States of America? And the other part that probably got me the most was when my wife called and said, there are armed soldiers at the schools. What is going on? Because the kids went to school on post. And when we went to Force Protection Delta, we sent soldiers. We reinforced the gates because we didn't know what was happening and where it was, if it was widespread or just in New York, or then we heard about the Pentagon and the plane in Pennsylvania, and so you expected the worst, so you closed down the post, but you also wanted to protect our national treasures, which is our children, and so we sent guards to the schools. And when you do something like that, it really hits home that you don't feel as safe as you really thought you were in the past. And so that was a huge day. Always remember it. Always remember where you're at. And since then, you flash forward and where we're at today, I got to tell you that this country is still the hallmark for freedom. We've taken the challenge on terrorism. I don't know if it'll ever be over, but I will tell you that I feel very comfortable. When we went over to Afghanistan and OEF-1, and then Iraq and Afghanistan OEF-1, and then we went over to Iraq and OIF-1 in the 101st, you felt like the whole purpose was to go over there to hopefully make sure your children never had to go through something like 9/11. I mean, that was really the thought. I still feel like we're doing all of the right things to make sure that our children are better protected and that a 9/11 could never happen. And I think our government has done a good job across the board today as well as back 10 years ago, because we never really foresaw that something like that would happen, or anyone would have the thought to even do something like that to innocent people. I mean, if you look at the military and how it's changed, I think we've shown that we are extremely relevant. We have for an all-volunteer force across all the services. We've just got great Americans. I try to imagine the greatest generation, and if you read Tom Brokaw's book, The Greatest Generation, it's a very powerful book on snippets of different individuals and the greatness that they did. I would argue we have the second greatest generation in our American heroes that went off and fought to protect us from terrorists ever hitting our shores. And so when you think through that, and these all-volunteer soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marine, and Coast Guardmen, and then all of the different services from police to the firefighters to all of those, I mean, we are second to none in the world. And our freedom is so important to us that we're willing to fight no matter where we have to fight. And that's a very powerful statement. And that makes me feel very comfortable on our country. And although we're in economic crisis, we will get through this because we have great people here in the United States.